Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to continue our best team franchises of the 1970s one and done playoff tournament. Today's matchup features the number 3 seeded Philadelphia the number 3 seeded Philadelphia Phillies against the number 6 seeded 1971 San Francisco Giants. So once again, the number 3 seeded 1976 Phillies versus the number 6 seeded 1971 San Francisco Giants. Game being played in Philadelphia Veterans Stadium. October 3rd, 67 degrees out, clear skies, wind 16 miles per hour, right to left. So winds are right to left. Let's quickly go through the lineups here. For the San Francisco Giants of 1971, leading off, playing second base, Tito Fuentes. Batting second, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, playing center field. Batting third, Kong, Dave Kingman, playing left field. Batting fourth, playing right field, Bobby Bonds. Batting fifth, the catcher, Dick Dietz. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Stretch, Willie McCovey. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Gallagher. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Chris Spire. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, Juan Marichal. Now for the Philadelphia Phillies lineup of 1976. The home team, the number 3 seed. Batting first, the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Batting second, the right fielder, Jay Johnstone. Batting third, the left fielder, Greg Lazinski. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Mike Schmidt. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Dick Allen. Batting sixth, the catcher, Bob Boone. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Dave Cash. This is Dave Cash's third team he's on. He's played for the Expos and Pirates, and now he's also on the Philadelphia Phillies team. Batting eighth, shortstop, Larry Boa. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, lefty, Steve Carlton. So Fuentes to lead off. In 1971, Tito Fuentes batted .273, 4 home runs and 52 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, he batted .283. And he'll be facing Steve Carlton, who in 1976 won 20 games for the Phillies. He went 20 wins, 7 losses, no saves, ERA of 3.13. Struck out 195, walked 72, batting average against .237. Against right-handed batting, .240 batting average. And against left-handed batters, .219. His battery mate, Bob Boone, excellent defensive catcher, 8 out of 10. Defensively, 6 arm out of 10. Mike Schmitz at third base, 10 out of 10. Larry Boa, 8 out of 10. Dave Cash, 7 out of 10. And the weakest infielder of the lot, Dick Allen, 2 out of 10. In the outfield, you have Greg Lazinski. Doesn't cover much ground. His range is only 2 out of 10. Arm below average, 4 out of 10. Gary Maddox covers a lot of ground, 10 out of 10. Arm, 6 out of 10, above average. And then you have Jay Johnstone in right. Overall, average right fielder. So let's get this game started. As they say, play ball. Tito Fuentes comes to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup here. Carlton throws strikes. Boone goes through the signs. Lefty sets and delivers to Fuentes. And Fuentes grounds to Boa, who goes to Allen. Phillies fans cheer the first out of the game. Now up, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, coming to an end of his career. He'll end up finishing off with the Mets in '73 on their World Series team. Willie in 1971 for the Giants batted .271, 18 home runs and 61 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, he batted .311. Carlton peers in at Boone, gets the sign. He sets and delivers to Mays. And Mays strikes out. Big swing and a miss on the 0-2 count. So 2 up, 2 down. And Kong, Dave Kingman, comes to the plate. Power hitting right-hander. 1971, Kingman batted .278 for the Giants. 6 home runs and 24 RBIs. Limited at-bats of 115. He crushed left-handed pitching, though, at a .419 batting average. Thus, we inserted him in the lineup in the 3 slot. Hello, the Cubs, the Bears. How you doing, buddy? And I got your name right the first time. I didn't let my dyslexia kick in. Hope all is well, my friend. So Kingman comes to the plate. 2 outs. Nobody on. Definitely a power threat. The windup and the pitch by Carlton. And Kingman strikes out, inning over. So 3 up, 3 down, and Carlton got 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the first. San Francisco didn't score. Due up for the Philadelphia Phillies, Maddox, Johnstone, and Lazinski, the bull. The Cubs, the Bears, is Marichal versus Carlton. Yep, that's a matchup, my friends. That's a matchup. I went with this game. I think last night I said I was going to go with Oakland and Kansas City, and we might do that if I get through this game quickly enough. We might do a doubleheader tonight, then go to the chat, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you for joining me. Greatly appreciated. The Cubs, the Bears. All right, now let's go through the Giants defensively. On the mound, Juan Marichal, just a wonderful pitcher. 1971, Marichal, 18 wins, 11 losses, ERA of 2.94, struck out 159, walked 56, batting average against .233. His battery mate, Dick Dietz, below average catcher defensively, and a poor arm, 3 out of 10. At third base, Al Gallagher, 3 out of 10, that's poor. Chris Spires at shortstop, 6 out of 10, that's above average, and also Fuentes at second base, above average. Willie McCovey at first base, above average. Dave Kingman in left field, below average fielder with a poor arm. Willie Mays, the aging say-hey kid, 6 out of 10. That's not bad for his age, but his arm is greatly diminished, 2 out of 10. And then you have Bobby Bonds in right field, 10 out of 10 for defensive range, and a 6 out of 10 arm. To lead off for the Phillies, Gary Maddox. Maddox batted .330 in 1976 for the Phillies, 6 home runs, 68 RBIs, and off right-handed pitching, Maddox batted .331. Marichal gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch. And that ball's grounded foul, left side. Counts no balls, 2 strikes now on Maddox. Deeks flashes the sign. Marichal toes the rubber. He sets and delivers. Ground ball into right field. Pass for Fuentes. So a leadoff single for Maddox. He's an 8 out of 10 for base stealing. The Cubs, the Bears. Al make this a 4-hour video and dare anyone to complain about the leg. You know, you've been in my chat. You've subscribed to the channel. My videos are long. I can go short, but once I get talking, people jump in the chat. I try to just taking a break really quick from the game, talking with the Cubs, the Bears, and I try to interact with the chat because you guys are kind enough to take time out to jump in the chat and watch my games. I think we all enjoy them. I like doing them. I'll do them if no one watches. I rewatch them. I'm my best fan. so I think I should take time in the chat and discuss things. Now, during the game, I don't always catch everything because I am trying to go at a pretty quick clip. We actually probably do the games in about 45, 50 minutes, and then I like to talk after the game. I think we have fun. And if that's not for everyone, that's not for everyone. And it annoys me that people jump on, and I saw someone leave a comment with the other Earl, with the E at the end, and I usually just leave my comments, you know, when I rewatch, because I do watch the games if I miss them live. Not all of them. I try to, because I enjoy them. And I didn't like some of the things a couple of people said, and I just made a nice compliment to Earl and said, we're all human. Mistakes happen. So, anyhow, back to the game. Yes, and I do have long videos, as the Cubs, the Bears says, but I think they're pleasant and enjoyable. It's not for everyone. Anyhow, so Maddox is at first, being held on by McCovey. 42% chance of stealing second, and Jay Johnstone comes to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup here. Johnstone in 1976 batted .318 for Philadelphia. 5 home runs, 53 RBIs. If you're thinking bunt, he's only 1 out of 10, but hit and run, he's 7 out of 10, so they could have a play on here. Marichal throws over. Maddox gets back. Plenty of time. So Maddox isn't taking too big of a lead there. Maddox. I'm gonna end up keep saying Maddox. It's Maddox. So now he peers in at Dietz. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Johnstone. Maddox is going down and he steals second base. Dick Dietz's arm is very bad, 3 out of 10. That's why I threw over. So now Maddox is in scoring position. 1 ball, no strike count on Jay Johnstone. The windup and the pitch by Marichal. And that ball goes deep and gone! Johnstone crushes that ball to right field. 2-0 Phillies. Wow! So Johnston tagged that pitch. That went 346. The Phillies jump out to an early 2-0 lead. I've been having trouble with a lot of teams in these past 3 games in the early innings. I manage what I consider the higher seeded team, which means that I am managing the number 6 seed, San Francisco Giants. The computer's managing the Philadelphia Phillies, the number 3 seed. Make sure I got the seeding right here. Yes, I did. Actually. All right, so 2-0 Phillies on the Johnstone home run. Nobody out, and the bull, Greg Lazinski, comes to the plate. Lazinski 304 and 76, 21 home runs and 95 RBIs. We could see back-to-backs with Lazinski and Schmidt now. Hopefully not, for the Giants' sake. Lazinski batted .319 off right-handed pitching. We're going to try a pitch around here. Let's see if we can get the bull to chase. The windup and the pitch to the bull. Lazinski has none of it. He walks on the 3-1 pitch that was low and inside. And Mike Schmidt steps to the plate. The Phillies' third baseman batted .262, 38 home runs and 107 RBIs. McCovey holding Lazinski on, 4 out of 10 base runner, only an 18% chance of stealing. San Francisco looking to turn 2. The windup and the pitch to Schmidt. And he strikes Schmidt out. Big cut and a miss on the 0-2 count. Off-speed pitch caught Mike Schmidt. So 1 out, 1 on, and Dick Allen, Phillies' first baseman, comes to the plate. 1976, Allen batted .268, 15 home runs and 49 RBIs. Again, San Francisco looking for the twin killing to end the inning. Marichal stares in at Dietz. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Allen. Allen grounds it to Spire, who goes to McCovey. So that's 2 outs. Lazinski advances on the fielder's choice. He's in scoring position for the Philadelphia Phillies catcher, Bob Boone. Boone batted .271 in 1976, 4 home runs and 54 RBIs. Marichal wants his third out, keep it a 2-run deficit for the Giants in this one-and-done playoff tournament. The windup and the pitch by Marichal. And Boone works a walk on the 3-2 count. as that pitch was out wide. Boone didn't chase, so 2 on, 2 out, and Dave Cash comes to the plate. Philadelphia's second baseman in 1976 batted .284, 1 home run, 56 RBIs, .266 off right-handed pitching. Marichal toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Cash. Cash sends that ball out to Mays, who makes the catch in front of the warning track to end the inning. We go to the top of the second. The Phillies break through first. They lead the Giants 2-0. Due up for the San Francisco Giants: Bobby Bonds, Dick Dietz, and Willie Stretch McCovey. Let me quickly jump to the chat. The Bears did it again. The Cubs, the Bears, totally agree. Make them as long as you want. I don't want Reader's Digest version. Thank you. I agree totally. If a channel's not for someone, it's not for someone. You can come here. We chat about baseball. We pretty much keep it to sports. We talked a little boxing last night, which I love. So, all right. I think everyone is very friendly in the chat, so that's cool. So, Bobby Bonds steps to the plate. Bonds in 1971 for the Giants batted .288, 33 home runs and 102 RBIs. Off left-handed pitching, batted .269. Carlton would love to get another 1-2-3 innings for the Phillies. The windup and the pitch to Bonds. Bonds rips that ball to Boa for out number 1. Bonds hit it hard, but right at Larry Boa at short. So 1 out. And the catcher for the Giants, Dick Dietz, comes to the plate. He batted .252 in 1971. 19 home runs and 72 RBIs. He batted .317 off left-handed pitching. He does have the ability to take lefty deep. Carlton sets and delivers to Dietz. And he strikes out Dietz, so 2 up, 2 down. And Willie Stretch McCovey comes to the plate. McCovey in 71 batted .277, 18 home runs and 70 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, .279. Carlton against lefties only gave up a .219 batting average. So here's a battle of the Hall of Famers here. Carlton peers in at Boone, gets the sign. He sets and delivers to McCovey. And McCovey sends that ball deep, and Johnstone makes the catch right in front of the right field wall in the corner. Inning over. McCovey just missed that one. So we go to the bottom of the second, 2-0. Philadelphia. Due up for the Phillies: Boa, Carlton, and the top of the order, Maddox. Larry Boa, Philadelphia shortstop, batted .248 in 1976. No home runs, 49 RBIs, .262 off right-handed pitching. Marichal wants to work quickly. The big leg kick. Here's the pitch. Grounded to Gallagher, who goes over to McCovey, and they just get Boone at first. 1 out. Steve Carlton, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Carlton batted .217 in 1976. No home runs, 6 RBI. Marichal sets and delivers. Carlton grounds that ball up the middle. A 1-out single for lefty. Carlton, a 1 out of 10 base runner, 6% chance of stealing. McCovey will not hold him on. He'll play behind him. And now, Gary Maddox comes to plate. Maddox 1 for 1. Singled in the first inning. Looking for a twin killing here. Marichal sets and delivers. That ball's popped up. Spires calls for it at short. 2 outs. Carlton goes back to first base. Again, we're not going to have McCovey hold him on. 1 out of 10 speed. Jay Johnstone, 1 for 1. He homered. It was a 2-run blast in the first inning to right field, giving the Giants this 2-0 lead. Marichal hopes to fare better in this righty-lefty matchup. Dietz goes through the sign. Marichal nods his head. Here's the pitch to Jay Johnstone. And Johnstone singles into right center field. Carlton goes first to third. 2 outs. Phillies on the corner. Greg Lazinski, the bull, comes to the plate. He walked his first time up as Marichal pitched very carefully to him. Dietz goes out and has a word with Juan. Now goes back behind the plate. Lazinski gets back in the batter's box. Marichal, the windup, and the pitch to Greg Lazinski. And Lazinski works a walk once again. So up twice, he's walked twice. Bases loaded. No place to put Mike Schmidt. 2 outs. Schmidt 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. Marichal would like to duplicate that result once again. Stares in at Dick Dietz. Now Marichal's ready. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. Schmidt pops it up. Dietz is under it, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So Marichal pitches out of the jam. We go to the top of the third, still 2-0 Phillies. Due up for the Giants. Al Gallagher, Chris Spire, and Juan Marichal. Al Gallagher in 1971 for the Giants batted .277, 5 home runs and 57 RBIs. Against left-handed pitching, Gallagher batted .298. See if he gets the Giants' first hit off Steve Carlton. Lefty gets the sign from Boone. Here's the pitch to Gallagher. And that ball goes out to Maddox in center field. He makes the catch right at the warning track. For out number 1, Chris Spire steps to the plate. Giants shortstop batted .235 in 1971. 8 home runs, 46 RBIs. But he hit left-handed pitching for a .302 clip. So 1 out, nobody on. Spire at the plate. The windup and the pitch. Spire sends that ball out to Maddox. Right center field. He makes the catch for out number 2. So Maddox has recorded the first 2 outs of this inning in center field. And the pitcher, Juan Marichal, steps to the plate looking to help his own cause. Marichal batted .133 in 1971. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Looking to get on base and extend this inning. Get it to the top of the order. Marichal will take. Here's the pitch by Carlton. Strike 1. Marichal to take again. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Marichal to swing away. And he strikes out to end the side. So we go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Phillies. Due up for the Phillies. Dick Allen, Bob Boone, and Dave Cash. Allen 0 for 1 today. Philadelphia first baseman. Righty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch by Juan Marichal. That ball is sent out into right field, traps in. So a leadoff single. Allen's now at first base, 7 out of 10 for speed, 59% chance of stealing second base. Dick Dietz has a very poor arm, 3 out of 10. McCovey's holding Allen on, and we're going to go with a pickoff attempt. Allen's back. Now we're going to go pitch out. Allen's back. We're going to go pitch out again. Allen's back. Now we're going to wind up, and here's the pitch to Bob Boone. Allen goes, and he's in there safe. Pitched out twice. We knew he was going on the 2-0 count. I almost wanted to pitch out a third time. So 3-0 count. Allen's in scoring position. Bob Boone at the plate. Boone walked his first time up. On deck is Cash. Marichal gets the sign. He sets and delivers to Boone. And Boone walks for a second time. Oh, Allen! What happened there? He tried to steal third on the Boone walk, and Dietz gunned him out. What a horrible base running play by Dick Allen. Wow. So 1 out. Thank you very much, Dick Allen. And Bob Boone's at first base, and now Dave Cash comes to plate. Cash is 0 for 1. Twin killing will end the inning now for the Giants. As you could say, that was the revenge of Dick Dietz. Phillies now are 2 for 3 for stolen bases, 2 for 2 at second, and 0 for 1 at third. Here's the pitch to Cash. That ball is sent out to Willie Mays in left center field. He makes the catch and throws it back in. Boone retreats back to first base. So 2 outs, 1 on, and Larry Boa steps to the plate. Lefty-righty matchup here. Philadelphia Phillies shortstop 0 for 1 today. Marichal with the high leg kick. Here's the pitch. And that's grounded to Gallagher. Over to McCovey. Inning over. So a big play by Dick Dietz throwing Allen out at third changed the whole complexion of that inning. We go to the top of the 4th. Phillies 2, Giants nothing. Due up for San Francisco, top of the order, Tito Fuentes, Willie Mays, and Dave Kingman. Fuentes is 0 for 1. Carlton has not given up a hit yet. The windup and the pitch by lefty. And there's the first hit by Fuentes into left field. Drops in front of Lazinski. So Fuentes is on 7 out of 10 base speed and base running. 41% chance of stealing second base. The Cubs, the Bears says, seems like Dave Cash is on almost every NL tournament team. It's true. Okay. Phillies, Expos, and Pirates. That is pretty funny. So Fuentes is on at first, and Willie Mays, the aging Say Hey kid, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1, excuse me, as Fuentes had the first hit. Bunt 1, hit and run 1, so we're really not going to have a play on here. Fuentes being held on by Allen. Carlton gets the sign from Boo, nods his head, the windup and the pitch to Mays. And Mays grounds that past Cash. We have a 39% chance to run on Jay Johnstone's arm. We have first and second, no outs, and we have the heart of the order coming up. We're going to say no. We're going to hold Fuentes at second. Not going to run into an out. So Mays gets his first hit of the game. And after going 3 hitless innings, Carlton has given up 2 singles to start off the top of the 4th. And that brings up Kong, Dave Kingman. Kingman 0 for 1. If you're thinking about bunt, that's not going to happen with Kingman. 0 out of 10. And hit and run 2 out of 10. Kong's up there to do one thing, drive the ball and drive it really, really far. Carlton rubs up the baseball, now steps back on the mound. Boone flashes the sign. The windup and the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman sends that ball deep and off the wall. We have an 89% chance of scoring McCovey and tying this game. We're going to send him. Here comes a relay throw, but it's cut off, and they go to second base. Kingman just missed a home run, but he has a game-tying double. The Giants have tied it up here in the top of the 4th. No outs. Kingman's at second with 2 RBIs, and he represents the go-ahead run. And now the dangerous Bobby Bonds comes to the plate. Bonds 0 for 1. Kingman just missed a 3-run blast. So Bonds is ready to grip and rip as Carlton throws strikes. The windup and the pitch by Steve Carlton. And Bonds sends that ball deep and gone! A 2-run blast by Bobby Bonds, and the San Francisco Giants of 1971 now take a 4-2 lead over the 1976 Philadelphia Phillies. That ball went 338 feet to left field. Bobby Bonds with a clutch hit. Giants come up with 4 in the 4th with no outs to go still. And Dick Dietz comes to the plate. Giants catcher, he's 0 for 1. If you're thinking back-to-back jacks, Dietz had 19 home runs in 71. Boone goes out to have a word with Carlton. Again, Carlton had not given up a hit in the first 3 innings and now has surrendered 4 runs. Single, double, homer. Dick Dietz would love to add to that total. The windup and the pitch to Dietz. And Dietz sends that ball out to Lazinski in left. The Bull makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 out, and Willie McCovey comes to the plate. Stretch is 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carlton sets and delivers to McCovey. And McCovey sends that ball. Oh, Maddox! What a play! What a lunging catch! Just made it. He snow-coned it. Unbelievable. Robbing McCovey of extra bases. So 2 outs. Nobody on. And Al Gallagher steps to the plate. Giants third baseman 0 for 1. Carlton toes the rubber. He sets and delivers to Gallagher. And Gallagher sends that ball out to Lazinski, inning over. So Gallagher flies out to left. But the Giants score 4 in the top of the 4th on 4 consecutive hits. The big blast coming, the 2-run double by Kingman to tie the game, and then the 2-run homer by Bobby Bonds to put the Giants up by 2. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-2. San Francisco due up for the Phillies. Carlton, Maddox, and Johnstone, excuse me. Lefty, 1 for 1. He had a single his first time up. Marichal now has the lead. The high leg kick, here's the pitch. And he strikes out Carlton. 1 up, 1 down. Gary Maddox comes to plate. Phillies center fielder 1 for 2. Singled in the first, popped out to short in the second. Marichal peers in at Dietz. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Maddox. And that's grounded to Fuentes, who goes to McCovey. So there's 2 outs. No one on, and Jay Johnstone steps to the plate. Johnstone is 2 for 2. 2-run homer in the first, singled in the second. The high leg kick by Marichal. And that ball goes deep out to Mays, and he catches it right in front of the center field wall. Inning over. We go to the top of the 5th, 4-2 Giants. Due up for the Giants. Spire, Marichal, and Fuentes. Carlton's up to 57 pitches. He's good for 135. Spire 0 for 1. He'll take. The pitch by lefty. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Chris Spire ready to grip and rip. Boone goes through the signals. Carlton sets and delivers. And Spires grounds back to Carlton, who throws over to Allen. 1 out. Juan Marichal steps to the plate. Pitcher wants to help his own cause. Marichal's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Carlton. And he strikes out Marichal. Marichal's now 0 for 2. So 2 outs, and we go to the top of the order. Tito Fuentes comes to the plate. He got the first hit off Carlton. In the top of the 4th, he's 1 for 2. The windup and the pitch to Fuentes. And there's his second hit in the left field. Now Fuentes is now 2 for 3. So with 2 outs, Willie Mays comes to the plate. Mays 1 for 2. He had a single his last time up. Fuentes again, 7 out of 10 base runner. 46% chance of stealing second. Allen holding him on. Mays awaits the pitch from Carlton. The windup and the pitch. Mays dribbles at the Boa. And they just get the Say Hey Kid by a step. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. San Francisco 4, Philadelphia 2. Due up for the Phillies. Lazinski, Schmidt, and Allen. Greg Lazinski's walked his first 2 times up. Marichal's now up to 80 pitches. He's good for 140. The windup and the pitch to Lazinski. And he strikes him out this time. No walk for the Bull this time. 1 out, and Mike Schmidt steps to the plate. Power hitting third baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies. 38 home runs, 107 RBIs in 1976. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out in the first and popped out to the catcher in the second. Dietz flashes the sign. Marichal nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Mike Schmidt. That ball goes up, and away, and that ball is gone. Home run, Mike Schmidt, 361 to left field. Phillies pulled it within 1. Now 4-3. Marichal surrendered 2 home runs so far. A 2-run blast to Jay Johnstone, and now a solo shot to Mike Schmidt here in the bottom of the 5th. Dick Allen comes to the plate, and if you're thinking back-to-back jacks, Allen had 15 homers in 1976. 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Allen. He strikes him out. So 2 outs. It's up to Bob Boone, the Phillies catcher, to extend this inning. Boone has walked his first 2 times up. Marichal looks in at Dietz. The windup and the pitch to Bob Boone. Grounded to Gallagher, throws to McCovey, and they don't get Boone. Infield hit. The catcher beats it out. Inning extended. Boone 5 out of 10 for speed, 21% chance of stealing second base. Being held on by McCovey. Dave Cash steps to the plate, and as the Cubs, the Bears said, he seems like he's on every National League tournament team. He's like Bugs Bunny, playing everywhere, for every team. Cash 0 for 2. Giants looking to get the last out of this inning and keep it a 1-run lead for them. The windup and the pitch to Cash. Cash, and that's going to be a double into the left center field gap. McCovey cuts it off, brings it back in towards the infield. So Boone advances to third. Cash is at second. Boone represents the tying run. Cash the go-ahead run. And now the number 8 hitter, Larry Boa, Philadelphia Phillies shortstop, comes to play. Boa 0 for 2. Grounded out in the second, and then grounded out in the third. Marichal struggling here. Needs to get this last out. The windup and the pitch to Boa. Grounded to Fuentes, over to McCovey. Inning over. Phillies score 1 on the solo bomb by Mike Schmidt. We go to the top of the 6th. San Francisco 4. Philadelphia 3. Due up for the Giants. Kingman, Bonds, and Dietz. Kong, Dave Kingman, 1 for 2. Struck out in the first and doubled in the fourth, knocking in 2 runs to tie the ball game up. Just missed a 3-run homer. Love to duplicate the feat. The windup and the pitch by Carlton. And Kong works a walk. So Kingman's at first. 8 out of 10 for base running and running speed. 28% chance of stealing second, being held on by Dick Allen. And Bobby Bonds comes to play. Bonds 1 for 2. Lined out to short in the second, then hit a 2-run bomb in the fourth to put the Giants up at the time 4-2. The score is now 4-3. Bonds ready to grip and rip. Boone flashes the signs. Carlton toes the rubber. He sets and delivers to Bonds. Bonds grounds to Schmidt, who goes to Cash. As they force out Kingman. Nice diving play by Schmidt. Quickly got up and fired to Cash. No chance to turn 2. So Bobby Bonds is at first. Kingman was eliminated on the base path. And Dick Dietz, Giants catcher, comes to plate. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the second, fly to left in the fourth. Bonds 7 out of 10 base speed and running ability. 66% chance of stealing second base. Allen holding him on. Plus Carlton's a lefty, and he could hold on a runner quite well. Let's see what his hold is. 6. I really want to try to attempt a steal here, but I don't want to run into an out. Dietz is a 3 out of 10 hit and run, so that's not a good option. You know what? We're going to try to steal the ball, steal the base. Here's the windup and the pitch. Bonds is going, the throw down, and Bonds is in there safe. He beats the throw by Boone. So Bonds is in scoring position with 1 out. Dietz has a duck out there on the pond he can knock in. Big insurance run for the Giants. 4-3 game, Giants. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Dick Dietz. And Dietz sends that ball deep to Lazinski. 34% chance of tagging up and running on Lazinski's arm. It's only 34% chance, though. We're going to say no. Bonds is already in scoring position. So 2 outs, and Willie McCovey comes to the plate. Stretch 0 for 2 today. Fly down the right field line in the second, and then line to center in the fourth. RBI opportunity here for McCovey. Bonds will be off on contact, and with his speed, he's going to score from second with 2 outs. Lefty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch by Carlton. And that ball's grounded to Cash, who goes to Allen. Inning over. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Giants cling to that 1-run lead. San Francisco 4, Philadelphia 3. Due up for the Phillies. Carlton, Maddox, and Johnstone. Steve Carlton 1 for 2. Philadelphia pitcher singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. Marichal sets and delivers. And he strikes out Carlton for the second time. The first out of the inning. Gary Maddox steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the first, popped out to short in the second, grounded to second in the fourth. Marichal gets the sign from Dietz. The windup and the pitch to Maddox. Grounded to McCovey, who flips to Marichal covering. So 2 up, 2 down, and Jay Johnstone comes to the plate. Johnstone 2 for 3. 2-run homer in the first. Singled in the second, then fly deep to center in the fourth. He's had Juan Marichal's number. If he goes deep, this ball game's tied up. Lefty-righty matchup. Dietz goes out to the mound, wants to have a word with Marichal. Conversation's done. Dietz goes back behind the plate. Marichal's ready. The windup and the pitch to Jay Johnstone. Grounded to Fuentes, over to McCovey. Inning over. The strategy paid off there for Marichal and Dietz. We go to the top of the 7th. San Francisco 4, Philadelphia 3. Due up for the Giants. Al Gallagher, Chris Spire, and Juan Marichal. Steve Carlton's up to 83 pitches. Once again, his threshold is 135, so he's still in good shape. Gallagher's 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch. And Gallagher works a walk. Leadoff runner on. And that brings up Chris Spire. Chris Spire's 0 for 2. 5 out of 10 for hit and run. Gallagher's speed 5 out of 10. Chance of stealing second 19%. Being held on by Dick Allen. Spire's bunt is 3 out of 10. I really would like to move Gallagher over here. But we have the pitcher up next. And in the 7th inning, Marichal's thrown 124. Let's see who our bullpen is. And again, all hands on deck. The only pitcher we probably would not pitch in this game is Gaylord Perry. He's going to pitch game 2 of the tournament if the Giants advance. So let's just look at our regular bullpen here. Mick Mahone I'm slightly familiar with, as he played with the Red Sox in '66. Stone, Carithers, Barr, Steve Barr I'm familiar with. Hamilton 3.0. Cumberland 2.92 ERA. Okay. Alrighty, I see that. Let's go back to lineup just in case. So Spire's up. And I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have Spires take. Here's the pitch by Carlton. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. We're gonna play hit and run now. I know that's an odd count to hit and run, but I'm hoping to try to catch him off guard. Carlton toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Spire. And that ball is put into play, but Maddox makes the catch in left center field. He covers a lot of ground on that one, and Gallagher retreats back to first. So 1 out, and they've now moved the corners in. Schmidt and Allen are in. Marichal's a 10 out of 10 bunter. 4 out of 10 hit and run, 0 for 2 today. Gallagher's at first. Gallagher 5 out of 10 for base speed and running, 20% chance of stealing second base. And we're actually going to have Marichal swing away. We're actually going to play a little hit and run here. Sounds nuts, but that's what we're going to do. The windup and the pitch to Marichal. Marichal strikes out. 0-2 count. Gallagher's thrown out on the non-contact, so the surprise of that didn't work. It was a risky play, but I thought it was worth it. So now 2 outs, 0-2 count, and I fully expect Marichal to strike out. Here's the pitch to Juan. And he fouls it off. He stays alive. Once again, no balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch by Carlton. And he lines out to Boa. So Marichal got a good piece, but he lines out to Boa. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-3 Giants, 2 up for the Phillies. Lazinski, Schmidt, and Allen. Marichal's up to 124 pitches. Still has another 16 in him. He feels strong, which is good. Greg Lazinski's 0 for 1. He walked his first 2 times up and struck out in the 5th. The windup and the pitch by Juan Marichal. And that ball's ripped foul down the left field line. So full count to the full. Dietz flashes the sign. Marichal rocks and delivers. That ball goes out to Kingman and he makes the catch. So 1 out. Mike Schmidt comes to the plate. Schmidt 1 for 3. Struck out in the 1st. Popped out to the catcher in the 2nd. Then hit a solo blast in the 5th to pull the Phillies to within 1. And that's how it stands now, right now. Giants 4, Philadelphia 3. 1 out, no one on. The windup and the pitch by Marichal. That's grounded foul past Gallagher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dietz flashes the sign. Marichal sets and delivers to Schmidt. Grounded to Spire, over to McCovey. Out number 2. Dick Allen comes to the plate. Phillies first baseman's 1 for 3. Looking to extend this inning. Fielder's choice in the 1st. Well, it's a ground out because Lazinski moved over on the fielder's choice. Singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. If you're thinking of a home run to tie the game, Allen once again had 15 home runs in 1976. Marichal's up to 135 pitches now. The windup and the pitch to Dick Allen. That ball is sent out to Kingman. He makes the catch. Inning over. Allen just missed that one. He flies out to Kingman and left. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-3 Giants. 2 up for San Francisco. Top of the order. Tito Fuentes, Willie Mays, and Dave Kingman. To face lefty Steve Carlton. Carlton's up to 97 pitches. Still in good shape. Tito Fuentes, 2 for 3. He got the first hit off Carlton in the 4th inning. He grounded out to short in the 1st, singled in the 4th, and singled again in the 5th. Carlton sets and delivers to Fuentes. Grounded to Schmidt, over to Allen. Schmidt dives, got up quickly and fired to Allen. That's his 2nd outstanding play defensively at 3rd base. 1 out, no one on. Willie Mays steps to the plate. The aging Say Hey kid, 1 for 3. Struck out in the 1st, singled in the 4th, grounded to short in the 5th. Mays awaits Carlton's delivery. And here it is. And he strikes out Mays. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Kong. Dave Kingman comes to plate. 1 for 2. Struck out in the 1st. Doubled in the 4th, tying the ball game at 2, and then walked in the 6th. One swing of the bat would give the Giants a greatly needed insurance run here. Carlton on the rubber. Peers in at Boone. The windup and the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman singles into left. That ball drops in front of Lazinski, so a 2-out single for Kingman. 88% chance of stealing second base. Allen Allen's holding him on. Tigman, 8 out of 10 for speed and running ability. Bobby Bonds steps to the plate. Bonds, 1 for 3. It was his home run that put the Giants up at the time 4-2. It's now 4-3. 88% chance we're going to send Kingman. Here's the pitch. Kingman goes, a throw down, and Kingman's in there safe. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs. So Bobby Bonds has another duck out on the pond to knock in. It's now no balls, 1 strike. Boone goes through the signs. Carlton nods his head. Here's the pitch to Bonds. Bonds sends that ball to the shortstop. It's a high pop-up. Boa catches it. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Giants. Due up for the Phillies. Boone, Cash, and Boa. Giants are now 6 outs away from advancing. Marichel's up to 137 pitches. And I think Boa's 1 for 1. I think we're going to look at the bullpen now, and we're going to click on all available pitchers. Again, we don't want to go to Perry. He's probably, if we get through this, he will start game 2 of the tournament for the Giants. Jerry Johnson had 18 saves in 71. Batting average against right-handers, 218. Batting average against left-handers, 250. He's good for 50 pitches. And we have righty and Boone at the plate. Righty Cash, switch hitter Boa, and Carlton, the left-handed batting pitcher, but they'll pinch hit for him most likely. Well, I think he can get 6 outs here. Let's see if Marichal can go one more batter. Let's put Marichal up against Boone, excuse me. Alrighty, this will be Juan Marichal's last batter. Boone 1 for 1, Philadelphia catcher. Walked in the first, walked in the third, and infield single in the 5th. The windup and the pitch by Juan Marichal. Grounded up the middle, leadoff single. And Bobby Tolan's the new runner. Tolan 8 out of 10 for speed and base running ability. 20% chance of stealing second base, and that's it for Marichal. We're going to go to the closer now. Jerry Johnson will come in. Right-handers only batted .218 off him, and left-handers only batted .250. Though Hamilton is a left-handed pitcher. Lefties only batted .127. He had 4 saves, and right-handers only batted .226. That's not much of a difference there, to be honest with you. It's a bigger difference with the lefties than it is the righties. You got Cash, Boa's a switch hitter, and then Carlton a pinch hitter. Then you're going to go. But Jerry Johnson, he had 18 saves. Alright, let's take a look at this real quick. So Cash comes up. Tolan's the pinch runner at first. Cash batted .266 off right-handers. So we're going to go with Jerry Johnson's coming in the game. And he will bat in the 9th spot, as we're not taking out Bonds, Kingman, Mays, or Fuentes. So he'll bat in the 9th spot. Here comes Jerry Johnson, looking to close it out. What's blazing in sports in the chat? How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well with you and the little man. Yeah, he says, just in, St. Louis Cardinals has hired Al, Red Sox fan, for full-time call every game. I wish. Thank you very much for the thoughts and the blessing, my friend. Same to you. Same to you. Remember to check out What's Blazing in Sports channel on YouTube. Excellent boxing fan and a wonderful boxing channel he has. He goes with a live chat. Very easy to discuss boxing with him. He does a wonderful job. And once again, check out What's Blazing in Sports. Great job he does. So back to the game. We've now gone to Jerry Johnson. In 1971, 12 wins, 9 losses, 18 saves, ERA 2.97, average against 230, struck out 85, walked 48. Against right-handers, 218 batting average he gave up. Against left-handers, 250. No outs. Bobby Tolan is the pinch runner at first. 8 out of 10 speed and running ability. 79% chance of stealing. 79% chance of stealing second base. And we're going to go pickoff. McCovey holding him on. Tolan back safe. It was a close call, but Tolan got back there. We're going to pick off again. Phillies fans are getting a little irritated with that. Tolan just beat it. And here's the pitch to Cash. Tolan goes, and he's in there safe. So he steals second base. He is the tying run now in scoring position. Count is no balls, 1 strike. Cash 1 for 3 today. Fly to center in the first, fly to left center in the third, then double to left center in the fifth. The windup and the pitch by Johnson. Grounded to Fuentes, over to McCovey for the first out of the inning. Tying run now at third base with 1 out. Larry Boa steps to the plate. Boa 0 for 3. Grounded out in the second, third, and fifth. Giants will move their infield in. Steve Carlton's on deck, but they're going to go with a pinch hitter there, so I'm not going to walk Boa. They're going to come with a pinch hitter. I mean, the option is we can walk Boa or set up a double play. Who do they have on their bench? Let's, out of curiosity, before McCarver hit 275 off righties. Oates, Johnny Oates. So they have 3 catchers on their team in the playoffs. He batted 260. And you have Harmon, the short, 275. They have options here. They have some good guys off the bench who crushed left-handed pitching. Facchetti, Brown, Harmon. So Harmon's an excellent pinch hitter. And Martin. And Taylor. So. And McCarver. So they actually have a pretty strong bench here. So I think we're gonna play the infield in and try to get Boa out. He's 0 for 3. Tolan's at third. He represents the tying run. 1 out. Here's the pitch to Boa. That ball's popped up. Dietz throws his mask off, and he makes the catch for out number 2. What a huge out there by Jerry Johnson. And now Steve Carlton comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. I don't think. Hello, Ken Castro. How you doing, buddy? Ken says, hello, Al, the Cubs, and what's blazing in sports? Come on, Phils, he says. Well, they got the tying run on third here, Ken. Always good to see you, my friend. So I'm going to click pitch. They're most likely going to come with a pinch hitter. So I'm just going to click pitch. And there's the pitch hitter. Okay. I didn't want to go through my whole spiel. Hello, BP4 Gaming. How you doing, buddy? I call you the Transformer King now. Hope all is well. Remember to check out BP4 Gaming's channel. Does a lot of fun stuff. Big Walking Dead fan. A lot of movie clips on there. Check him out. Has a lot of Transformer clips. That's all I'll say about that. Good to have you, BB4. Hope you are well, you and your family. So, Tom Hunton, steps to the plate. He's the pinch hitter for the Phillies. In 1976, this is an odd, this is a very odd pinch hitter here. The computer does odd things. He only batted .202. And you might say, well, Al, maybe he crushed right-handed pitching. No, he didn't. .204 off right-handers, 182 off left-handers. Again, it's mind-boggling. The computer AI is pretty good with everything in this game except pinch hitters. I played this game for a while now. I mean, look at all the pinch hitters they have. Yeah, I want to win the game. Don't get me wrong, but my God, you have guys. Okay, McCarver, 275 off righties. Oates, 260. Harmon, 275. Why would you go with the guy who's hitting 204? I don't know. Alrighty. So Tolan represents the tying run at third, which means Huntman's going to single now and tie the ball game. That's what it means. So, alright, here we go. 2 on, Tolan at third. Hutton at the plate, lefty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch by Johnson. And he strikes him out, inning over. So that bizarre move by the Philadelphia Phillies computer manager, because I really doubt the real manager, I think it was Ozark was their manager. There's no way he'd send him up to pinch hit. Alright, so we go to the top of the ninth. San Francisco Giants 4, the Philadelphia Phillies 3. Due up for the Giants, Dietz, McCovey, and Gallagher. If anyone gets on, Spire. And now, Phillies have a new pitcher, and it's going to be Gene Garber. Garber, right-handed thrower, 1976, batted .282. 9 wins, 3 losses, 11 saves. Struck out 92, walked 30, batting average against .228. Against right-handers, .216 batting average. Against left-handers, .250. And Dietz does not hit righties. And let's see, we're going to go to a pinch hitter here. And we're going to look at our other catcher, who is Fran Healy. And Healy batted .274 off right-handed pitching. And we're Fran Healy. Hal Lanier, not the basketball player. No, he only batted .231. Jim Ray Hart, 39 at-bats, third baseman, batted .300. .256 for the season. And our left-handers off the bench didn't hit worth poop. Do I go with the limited Jim Ray Hart, who had a much better batting average but only 39 at-bats? Fran Healy had 93 at-bats. He had .280 for the season. Well, I think... Oh, that's a good line. I have to read this before I go back to the game. The Cubs, the Bears says, computer manager is dumber than Mike Matheny. That is so true. The settings for everything else when the computer's AI is pretty good. I mean, again, with the teams I play, I usually play the older teams. They don't yank pitchers quick. It's the way the game was played back then, which is fine. I liked it better. But the pinch hitting's mind-boggling. I don't get it. So, I'm going to go with Jim Ray Hart. I'm going to go with the 39 at-bat, 256 average, but he hit 300 off righties. So, Jim Ray Hart will come into pitch hit for Dietz. Hart in 1971, 256 average, as I stated. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He batted .300 off right-handed pitching. So, Garber to face Hart. Top of the ninth, 4-3 lead Giants. Garber throws strikes, no need to take pitches here. The windup and the pitch by Gene Garber. And Hart sends that ball deep, but Lazinski makes the catch going towards the left field line for out number 1. Hart got a good piece of it, but it was just a long, loud noise for out number 1. So McCovey comes to the plate, stretch 0 for 3. McCovey batted .276 off right-handed pitching. He'd love to get a hold of one here. Giants looking for an insurance run or more. Tim McCarver's now in the game for Boone, who was pinch hit for. McCarver, 5 out of 10 defensive ability, arm 2 out of 10. Everything else is the same for the Phillies. So new battery of Garber and McCarver to face Willie McCovey. McCarver was in there for Hart also. The windup and the pitch to McCovey. And that ball is a single in the right center field, a 1-out single. McCovey is at first base, 3 out of 10 running ability. Allen holding him on, 13% chance of stealing second. He is going nowhere. Al Gallagher steps to the plate. Against right-handers, he batted .271. Gallagher's 0 for 2 today. Flied out in the 3rd and 4th and walked in the 7th. Hit and run, 6 out of 10. And that's what we're going to go with. Here's the pitch by Garber. Hit and run's on, and we stayed out of the double play there as Boa throws Gallagher out at first. So with 2 outs, McCovey's now on at second. He's in scoring position. Pinch runners, let's just take a look at that, and Ken Henderson's a 7. Jimmy Rosario's a 7. We can move Spires up. Odds of him getting a hit. We hurt ourselves defensively if we take McCovey out of the game. Take care, BB4 Gaming. Remember, check out his channel, BB4 Gaming. Lots of good stuff on there. Check out all the Transformer stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, we're going to keep McCovey in the game. 2 outs. I doubt Spires is getting a hit. I mean, we could pinch hit for him. And then Duffy would come into play short. Let's check out Duffy's defensive rating before we... Duffy's a 5. He's only 1 below Spires. So you know what? I think we're going to come with Fran Healy now to pinch hit for Spire. He'll stay in and end up catching. So Healy's going to come in to pinch hit. And with that being said now, we're going to end up moving Kingman to first. And Henderson will come into pinch run and stay. Willie Mays is actually better defensive first baseman than Kingman. Rosario can play center. Cancel this. Let me go to my roster real quick. Bear with me a moment. I want to see what Rosario's rating is at center field. Eight. Okay, so Rosario's going to come in. We can move Willie Mays to first base after, because Mays' defensive rating at first is better than Kingman's. He's a 4, I'm sorry. And Kingman's like a 2, I believe. Check out Kingman. Yeah, no, Kingman's also a 4. So now let's check out Henderson in left field. 6, 4, 4. We're going to have Rosario because he's a better center fielder. And Mays will go into play first base after. Okay, let's cancel that. So Rosario is going to pinch run with 2 outs for McCovey. McCovey comes out of the game. So Fran Healy comes in to pinch hit. Healy in 1971 batted .280. 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. batted .274 off right-handed pitching. 2 outs. Rosario at second, representing a very big insurance run for the Giants. Garber on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch to Healy. And Healy rips that ball into left field, and Rosario scores a big insurance run. The Giants go up 5-3. A clutch hit for Fran Healy. And that brings Jerry Johnson to the plate, the closer, and we're up 2 runs. Healy's at first. I'm going to stick with the closer. He will stay in the game. Johnson batted .154 in 1971. No home runs, 1 RBI. Healy 4 out of 10 base runner. Allen's holding him on. Here's the pitch by Garber. And Healy sends that ball foul into the stands. Counts now no balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. They throw over. Healy was leaning a bit. Garber up to 20 pitches. Gets a sign from McCarver. The windup and the pitch. And he strikes out Johnson. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Giants get a very important insurance run on the pinch hit single by Fran Healy. Rosario, the pinch runner, scored from second base. They now lead 5-3. Due up for the Philadelphia Phillies. Top of the order, Maddox, Johnstone, and Lazinski. So, we know that Healy will stay in to catch. Yes. And we know that we're going to bring in Duffy. Duffy had to play short. He has a .962 fielding percentage, where Lanier has a .965. And he's a 5. So Lanier's going to come in and play short. He's slightly higher than Duffy. And we want he'll go into the hard spot. So Lanier's going to play short. We're going to move Willie Mays to first base. And Rosario will play center field. Giants 3 outs away from advancing here, folks. They lead 5-3, bottom of the 9th. So let's quickly go through the Giants' defensive alignment now. Jerry Johnson still on the mound, the closer. Fran Healy, after his clutch pinch hit RBI single to extend the lead 5-3, stays in to catch. Gallagher still at third. Hal Lanier now comes in to play short for Spire. Tito Fuentes still at second. Willie Mays moves from center field to first base. He's a 4 out of 10. Lanier 5 out of 10. Kingman stays in left field. Jimmy Rosario goes to center field, 8 out of 10 for defensive range. Arm dreadful, 1 out of 10. And Bobby Bonds still in right field. Gary Maddox steps to the plate for the Phillies, 1 for 4. Singled in the first, popped out in the second, grounded out in the 4th and 6th. The windup and the pitch by Johnson. Grounded into right center field. A leadoff single. Maddox definitely a threat to run, though his run means nothing. 8 out of 10 base running ability, 84% chance of stealing second base. The dangerous Jay Johnstone today comes to plate, 2 for 4. 2-run homer in the first, single in the second, fly deep to center in the 4th, grounded to second in the 6th. Johnson sets and delivers to Johnstone, and he strikes him out. Johnson up to 18 pitches. He's good for 50. Giants 2 outs away from advancing, upsetting another higher seed here. Greg Lazinski, the Bull, steps to the plate. Represents the tying run. Lazinski had 21 home runs in 1976. 0 for 2. Lazinski walked his first 2 times up, struck out in the 5th, and flied to left in the 7th. Healy flashes the sign. The windup and the pitch to the bull. And that's grounded to Johnson. This is a double play. Ball game over. Johnson, Fuentes, the Mays. The Giants advance 5-3. They upset the Philadelphia Phillies here at Veterans Stadium. And the Philadelphia Philly fans are none too happy with that. What a comeback win for the Giants. Let's quickly go to the box score. But before I do that, I would like to thank the people who jumped in the chat. The Cubs, the Bears, thank you very much. Ken Castro, BP4 Gaming, What's Blazing in Sports. I thank you all. And now we'll go to the box score. I always like to get that out of the way in case I forget. Juan Marichal gets the win. Steve Carlton gets the loss. The Giants will advance. The Phillies will go home. MVP of the game, Bobby Bonds. Let's go to the box score. And there's the box score. Let's quickly go through it. It'll be up in a moment. So let's look at the pitching first. Juan Marichal got the win. He went 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 2 home runs he gave up. Walked 4, struck out 5. 7 innings, 3 runs, not a bad performance. Not a great performance, not a bad performance. Johnson came in, pitched 2 innings, got the save. Gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. Steve Carlton for the Phillies got the loss. 8 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 home run, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Garber came in and pitched the 9th. 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned, and 1 K. Go to the batting. Player of the game, Bobby Bonds, was 1 for 4, had 2 RBIs, a run scored, and had that huge 2-run homer to put the Giants up 4-2 at the time in the 4th inning. He was named player of the game. I'm also going to give an honorable mention to Dave Kingman. Kingman went 2 for 3, 1 run, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 1 K. And Fran Healy had a huge pinch hit single off the bench to extend the Giant lead to 5-3 in the top of the 9th. So let's go through the full Giants batting order. Fuentes, the second baseman, 2 for 4, 1 run scored. Mays, 1 for 4, runs scored, struck out twice. Kingman, as I already stated, 2 for 3, 1 run, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 1 K. Bonds, we already stated, 1 for 4, 1 run, 2 RBIs, a home run. Dietz 0 for 3 with a K. Hart came in to pinch hit. He was 0 for 1. Lanier came in defensively, did not get an at-bat. McCovey 1 for 4. Rosario came in to pinch run. He scored. Did not get an at-bat. Stayed in to play center field in the bottom of the 9th. Gallagher 0 for 3 with a walk. Spire 0 for 3. Healy, the pinch hitter, was clutch, 1 for 1. Knocked in a very important insurance run at the top of the 9th. So he had an RBI. Marichal 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Johnson 0 for 1 with a K. For Philadelphia, Gary Maddox 2 for 5, 1 run. Johnstone 2 for 5, 1 run, 2 RBIs, a K, and a home run. Lazinski 0 for 3, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Schmidt 1 for 4, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 K, 1 home run. Allen 1 for 4 with a K. Boone 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Tolan came in to pinch run, did not get an at-bat. McCarver came in for defensive purposes, did not get an at-bat after Boone was pinch hit for. Pinch run for, excuse me. Cash 1 for 4 with a double. Boa 0 for 4. Carlton 1 for 3. Struck out twice. The pinch hitter, Hutton, 0 for 1. He had a K. Garber came in to pitch the 9th, did not get an at-bat. So the Giants, 34 at-bats, 5 runs, 8 hits, 5 RBIs, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 1 double, no triples, 1 home run. For the Philadelphia, and again, the left on base is not correct. That's just an impossibility. I don't know why it's doing that now. It says no left on base. Again, there's no way that's right. Runners were left on base. For the Phillies, 35 at-bats, 3 runs, 10 hits, 3 RBIs, 4 walks, 7 Ks, 1 double, no triples, 2 home runs. Let's go to the recap quickly before we call it a stream. What's blazing in sports? Good win. It was a good win. I'm happy. I lost the last 2 times against the computer. I finally come back. I break my losing streak. Philadelphia in the first set, 7 batters to the plate, scoring 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. Jay Johnstone hit a 2-run home run to take the lead 2-0 over San Francisco. Then in the second, Phillies failed to score after 2 hits and a walk. Marichal pitched out of that jam. In the fourth, the Giants sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 4 runs on 4 hits. Kingman doubled, scoring 2 to tie the game. And then Bobby Bonds hit a 2-run bomb to take the lead. San Francisco led 4-2 after that home run. In the fifth, Phillies score 1 run on 3 hits. A Mike Schmidt solo home run pulled the Phillies to within 1. It was 4-3 Giants at the time. In the ninth, Giants got that ever-important insurance run on 2 hits. Healy singled, scoring Rosario, so the pinch hitter scoring the pinch runner. San Francisco went up 5-3, and that's how the ball game ended, and San Francisco advanced into the second round. Dave Kingman, 2 for 3, double, 2 RBIs. Jay Johnstone, 2 for 5, a home run and 2 RBIs. Juan Marichal, 7 innings, he gets the win. Jerry Johnson gets the save in 2 innings. Steve Carlton went 8 innings, took the loss. So this is Al, Red Sox fan. Yeah, I know. The Cubs, the Bears. I don't know why it's doing that. It didn't do that before. I'm not going crazy, right? Runners were left on base. I'm pretty sure of that. So I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. Oh well. I like to look at left on base. It tells a story. And not of a lovely lady bringing up 3 very lovely young girls. It tells a different story. So this is Al, Red Sox fan. It's 10:45. We're going to call it a stream. I got to get up a little early tomorrow. Once again, thanks to everyone in the chat. What's Blazing in Sports? Check out his channel. The Cubs, the Bears. Thank you very much. Ken Castro. BP4 Gaming. Check out his channel. Very fine young man. I like him a lot. Good kid. Nice person. And I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Did I get everyone? I think I got everyone. Didn't I get everyone? Ken Castro. What's Blazing in Sports? The Cubs, the Bears, and BP4 Gaming. Thank you very much. Anyone who watched and didn't jump in the chat, feel free to jump in the chat. All good people. And if you're watching at a later date, leave comments. We're setting up a tournament that we'll be discussing at a later date to try to get some of our fans to play against each other. It's either going to be tournament style or a quick little league setup where everyone plays everyone once. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm also going to be doing a boxing simulation tournament. I think that's the first tournament for that will be middleweights and probably an 8-fighter tournament, I think, because I think that'll go quick. I'll pick the fighters. They might not necessarily be champions. I might go with contenders the first tournament. We'll see. I don't know. I definitely want to do a Carlos Monzon, Marvin Hagler fight using Title Belt Boxing Simulation in my call. So those are some things coming up on the channel. I'm still working on my Rocky Marciano, Ingemar Johansson. The results are already in. I'm still trying to put the video clips together to make it look like a real fight. Ken Castro, you welcome. Thank you. So this is Al, Red Sox fan, saying health and happiness. Hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them you love them every day. Wishing everyone the best. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. And God bless.